Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 New Order as a West Russian Revolutionary Front. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, the thief territory of Yugra has annexed their neighbor over here to the north, but overall, I think things are looking pretty good. Zhukov, of course, still has a pretty commanding lead over Tovchesky. The factionalism is getting a little bit more shaky, to say the least. Do we need to start, like, getting, compiling evidence? Is that something that we need to do? I'm not actually too sure. Into the future. Okay, so now 20% base war support is actually crazy. Ooh, 7.5% stability also is also very, very nice. So let's get this stuff going. 51 political power. How much longer until... Oh, we got our actual power grid. It's already been 60 days. I'm not used to actually the new order going by this fast. Let's see, recruit and not recruit, deploy. We're now at 3 factories for you. We actually now have even more factories here. So let's go up to, I'm going to say 6 civilian. And then 5 military factory. I think that'll be our next main plan here. And now we're actually building a little bit of everything, which I'm very, very, very happy to see. Now I did see... I think that's... Is that over here in Amur? Yeah, it's like I say, I did see 2 Russian factions go to war. But it's really the Far East goes to war a lot earlier than the West, which I guess makes sense, again, from the Luftwaffe bombing. There's less that we can really do. A blot of smoke. Belikov entered the refinery as he did every morning. At 5 in the morning, exchanging places with the old guard, their faces were smudged with grease and exhaustion. The new guard and the old guard did not exchange words and simply passed each other in silence. The 10-hour shift began simply enough, without much pain or discomfort. It was simple, and it paid well. So Belikov did not complain, either out loud or inside his own mind. He was well rested. For the first time in a long time, he hadn't been woken up by the sound of an anti-aircraft gun firing above his apartment building, or the sound of bombs being dropped from some fascist who thought seeing innocent people running away was a good time. It was nice not to hear the screams for once. At 5 hours, he ate alone. He always did. And tried to think about what it was like elsewhere. He didn't see many new people, especially so far out here. He was ripped out from his concentration by the sound of a plane pass overhead. And just as he began to recognize the sound of a German Luftwaffe, he felt himself falling through the flooring and onto something hard. And when metal collapsed on top of him, and he felt parts of himself mixed with the dirt and the metal and whatever else existed here. For 9 hours, he laid under the metal. In the last hour of his life, he began to smell something burning. He died screaming. Refiners can be placed, but the ghosts remain there. Again, we have to wait for Hitler to die. When Hitler is dead, we're no longer get bombed. What's this little what's this little sliver of social democracy doing here? That's Yakovlev. Okay, for the progressive faction. Light support artillery, we can take that as well. Not ahead of time, and again, doesn't actually cause us to have to build anything new, which is very, very nice for us. Now, we did lose some production units, but not much we can really do about that. And now you'll be done in September of 64. So that's next year, baby. Things are going so much smoother. Now, we are taking a negative 19% construction time, which is not great. But that is, it is what it is. We can connect more... Like a power gain, reach people 10% for 60 days. Could train our troops. Cost 75 points, so it is pretty expensive. You know what? Let's do some external investments. I think that does seem worthwhile. It's going to cost a little bit of political power, but I mean, getting the extra GP would be nice. Yeah, inflation 1%. Our GDP has increased, I think, by a decent margin since we began. The GDP ratio has gone up to 26%, though. That has gone up. Loaded reserves. I guess just having even a little bit of money. What if I invest this money? There we go. I don't know how much it'll actually really affect things, but... Again, the fact the economy is so small, even a small financial injection should make a big deal. $150 million, huh? I guess we keep spending money on some of these events, huh? Is it you that costs us money? Let's meet with veterans again. Because I know you cost cash. We have the 1 loot. Yeah, then we spend money on this stuff. Luckily, like, we don't spend any money on you, which is good. Central Siberian Republic's declared war on a little dude. Which one's the Central Siberian Republic? Probably one of you guys. It doesn't matter. I saw your flag was purple, so that really is what caught my eye. I think the purple flag is pretty neat. Air parity, air supremacy, air superiority. I mean, I guess we'll do parity. Seems okay. I mean, do we even have an air force? We do, actually. We have like about 100 planes. It's nothing crazy. But I mean, 100 planes is 100 planes. I will take it. No doubt about that. We need to spend. We need less money. Let's appease him once again. Holding the military parade. I mean, would be nice. We do need more guns, but of course we're spending those actually on training new units. So it might be a while until we can actually do anything with that, but we should be fine. And then a united front. Increase the influence of Zhukov. The secession of the leadership is all but assured now. Yeah, that's all people again. That's the more people in the east. They got to fight their war a little bit earlier than we do. That's fine. I mean, I'm really actually scared for Komi. Like, the 12 to 14 is pretty substantial. But the communists, like, the KPK, they do have a lot of support. Do they have, like, the Clash of Shadows, a place for all of us? I mean, being able to integrate Komi would be really, really, really nice if we can actually get that done. But I don't know, well, the thing is, I don't actually know what this does. It's an offer, which sounds good. Yes, we'll do United Front. That'll give us a ton of influence, because it says it's by a large amount, which should secure our position, because right now we're at 81 versus 93. Hold the military parade. Again, we can't do that. And another altar. Is this again from... Oh, this is from Komi now. Well, we're not going to back down. I tried killing you a few times, but apparently it didn't work. Okay, send our divisions to go support and stop Komi. I know Komi has a lot of troops. More units than we do. I really also cannot afford the losses here. But actually, if you only have one division here with like... Oh, that was actually incredible. That was a very, very, very quick victory. I'm very, very, actually very happy to see that. Okay, once again. I don't know what I... no, I did the wrong thing. You lost your general. Let's throw you back in here. Okay, I want you on this front. It's still really, really annoying that that those mechanics force your army to basically like disintegrate themselves. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. It's just a little annoying, right? That we have to reassign the front line. We got to reassign the generals. In fact, I don't even know why we have 5 divisions on this front. We probably should send 2 of you down towards Komi instead. But the fact that our 1 division, when we were getting attacked, had what, like 700 defense is pretty impressive. Oh, by the way, the Americans actually won the Dominican War, it looks like. Which is kind of, I'd say, embarrassing on my part. That we were not able to accomplish the same things as the AI has, unfortunately. And it's going to give us more infrastructure. So will Heart to Heart then finish the minigame? Potentially. But I'm leaning more towards it's not. But it'll be nice to do. Lose 5% stability. Protectionism. I think we need to talk to Komi. I don't know if they can actually like refuse to help us. Do they have a focus tree? They do, but it is pretty small. into the violence at the polls, internal stability. I mean, it seems like the communists have a lot of support there, so I'm hoping that they'll win the election and then just peacefully join into the front. A heart to heart. The three men enter the dimly lit office into a single file. Nikolai Rezhov in the front, Sergei Akremiev in the middle, and Alexander Yakovlev trailing behind both. Awaiting them from behind the lacquer desk was Gregory Zhukov. 3 seats bordered its front and sides, with the same number of shot glasses sat next to a liquor bottle laid on top. "Have a seat," said the old man, gesturing at the empty chairs. So they did. One silent stew, Zhukov quaffed at his own glass's briny spirit. His eyes closed in thought. Breathing deep, he spoke. "Ryzhkov, you've always had the revolution first and foremost in your hearts. It'll serve the front well once we rejoin our comrades from around the world. If only I had your spirits when I was young. Akremiev, the diligence you show in your task impresses even the Grand Marshal. Compound with your studiousness, and, well, I dare say even Bukharin would find no better man to carry his legacy. Yakovlev, who else in the Red Army is quicker to remind me of our actions' repercussions, or of our fruitful ties with the Americans? That even our sorry state never diminished your idealism is impressive and envious." Zhukov opened his eyes and faced them fully. He caught them glancing silent questions at each other, like children awaiting a scolding. A wrinkled smile graced his lips despite his next words. "Yergorov will kick the bucket soon. Then it's up to us to drag the front out of Archangelsk and restore its old glory. And when my time comes, that task falls to you three alone. The burden will be heavy on your shoulders, I know. But for the Rodina, we shall bear it regardless." They listened as dutiful sons listened to their fathers. So 83 versus 103. Honestly, our numbers are actually not that great. And I mean, we have done the appeasement a few times. We're gonna do it one more time actually, because again, I want that 2% stability boost more so than I care about his influence right now. Yeah, the gods in the north, the divine mandate. I'll be honest, I don't really know what the divine mandate's even supposed to do. Okay, so yeah, let's meet with veterans and follow that up with something. Think again, you cost money. You know what this might be, actually? This might just be the fact that our debt is or our interest rate is at 9.3%. Central Siberian Republic has conquered the Principality of Kemerov. Oh, so it's Tomsk. Utopian socialism. I like this flag. Victory for the humanity. Who are you? I actually have no idea. But I like the purple. I'll give you that much. Okay, so what do we want next? Let's go for Administration Building Construction 1. Make our admin centers maybe a little bit more efficient. Very, very, very happy to see that. Sacrifice is going to be a 5% stability loss. Then we do the pragmatic diplomacy. We move with that with Komi. Like, we're 5 focuses away. So definitely by the end of this year, we'll be ready to make some more plays outside of the front here. Because again, all these other guys around here in the east, they are slowly consolidating themselves down. We have not been able to really do anything of that sort, at least not yet. 89 to 105. I will say we've been maybe a little bit closer than we otherwise should be. But for right now, it's fine. 91, again, you're concerning. Why are you like this? Like, just let me win, okay? Let me agent and captured. God damn it. Just let me control everything, and your life will be glorious. You'll be so happy with the way things are going. It'll be crazy. Okay, so it'll be done in 1 day. There's our AA guns. I don't know if that actually does anything to stop the Luftwaffe, but should be fine. Thing is, we need to get factionalism down. Like, immediately. This probably goes down by 2%. Factionalism is an issue. So we just want to save up because there's what, just 2 points. We need Zhukov to be more powerful too. The numbers are closer than they probably otherwise should be, to be honest. Do you all cost money? You don't. But that's not saying too much. Let's go for securing control. What if we do like both? If you do both at the same time, it's just a 0.3 political power. Okay. So nothing crazy. Yeah, war support is definitely something we don't need. Not even a little bit there. You do 115 days. It's actually it actually is a little bit worrying. The numbers are not as good as they otherwise should be. Thompson's actually doing really, really great. I don't know if I need to be worried about this or not. I don't want, again, I also don't want to lead infantry to save up rifles. How many rifles are we? We're down 260. I mean, I guess we could theoretically buy rifles. Maybe. If we were to buy guns, we can then use those to do another military parade. Maybe we just need to compile the evidence. The thing is, I also don't want to appease him. Even though that fixed the factionalism issue, it does not fix the him getting more powerful. Yeah, 91 and 93. Maybe we do need to buy the guns. It's going to cost us money, but I think we do need to hold the military parade. So did that work? Hey, okay, so we bought the guns. Hold the military parade, that'll be done in 2 days. The equipment has arrived. And 105 goes up to 111. Excellent. Now, the factionalism, of course, is still a problem. Which means now that we've done the military parade, we can now do another level of appeasement. Maybe I'm being too nice to him. Way more so than I should be. But maybe I'm just a nice guy. You know, maybe I'm just a good friend. Okay, yeah, we do want to go with Komi next. Securing food. Will you need anything else, Comrade Grichenko? For the first time in hours, Marshal Andrei Grichenko turned away from the tabletop map. Some butterbread, if the chefs are offering. Thanks, he said to his secretary, keeping his wrinkled smile free from the strain hammering on his eyeballs. With any luck, his endeavors would be worth the migraine bills from poor lighting and fine print. Then again, the map itself may already be outdated by the time the courier delivered it to his office. Stale borders were luxuries in West Russia for a reason, after all, and what use was there in making deals with a dead warlord? Grichenko loosened his groan as he inspected his map again. Scattering around its margins, there was one-page reports on the region's most notable warlords, like the Tsarists in Vyaka or the peculiar Republicans in Savikar. Some even discuss warlords beyond the Urals, like their compatriots in Sverdlovsk. These statelets could feed most of their charges with at least 2 meals a day. A damn sight better than the Red Army's own capacities in any case. Grand Marshal Yegorov would delight in knowing anyone the front can trade for food, reactionary or no. The front's foreign minister was not one for easy distractions, except apparently for a plateful of bread, butter, and thick slices of Dorogashli's kielbasa his secretary returned with. Every right reminded Grichenko of his flavor's fruits. Okay, Komi. They've elected a socialist. The KPAR. Revolutionary by ballot, socialism for the people. Would you be willing to talk to us? And be my friend? Greeting the Butcher. The uneducated observer might assume that there is no use for diplomacy between warlord states. They are hard places, ruled by hard men who take what they want by force. Shouldn't diplomacy be pointless, a vestigial construct of a civilized era? The warlord thinks very differently about the situation. When the front lines are fluid and alliances form and break with equal speed, active diplomacy is the difference between ruling fat and happy and being filled with more bullet holes than healthy. Being full of more bullet holes than healthy. As such, Andrei Grichenko, chief diplomat of the WRRF, is constantly busy. Grichenko hated his part. His job was never fun, but visiting Vorkuta was a hellish journey. Through brutal winters and mosquito-filled summers, all to reach Russia's largest gulag. Finally, on a particularly cold night, he and his guard detail waited impatiently over coffee for the commandant to show up and let them in. After hours of sitting and shivering, they heard a voice from the other side. Marshal Granjo, is that you? It was the commandant himself. Good God, Vasily, let us in. Grachenko's chattering teeth were nearly audible. The terms first, thank you. I hear that you like us to increase coal shipments. We do need something in return, you know. Grachenko racked his brain for things he could promise in exchange for coal, and more importantly, entry. Guns? Refused. Blokin had plenty. Oil? The Gulag had all the energy it could ever want. Men? Those always were in sharp demand. And if the WRF did have a glut of prisoners, Blokin seemed to agree, because he gave the signal for his men to open up almost immediately. Will you let us just freeze to death? Said Grancho. Blokin declined to answer. Evidently, the most prolific executioner in history wouldn't have balked at a few more deaths. So was Blonko the guy that was in charge of the Gulag up here that no longer exists? That would be my best guess. But my second best guess is guessing this episode is probably going to be ending here. So if you enjoyed, thumbs up. Not enjoying it, always thumb down. You want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.